Washington is stronger politically than we have ever seen him since he came down that glass escalator. You know, on the issues, he is the wind is at his back.
Hi guys, welcome back to XCOM 2.
The position of
Starting a mission here.
On all of American voters, parties on the issues.
The fucking allergies, man, it's just running right through my nose, eh?
In terms of how the election plays out, and whether or not the election is as transparent and fair as we need it to be.
Yeah, you're seeing a tune out here from a lot of people. Hey, it looks great, but we better lock down the ballot box and make sure this thing is fair. Charlie, a great point about Capitol Hill. That is a coalition coalescing the Republican side we haven't seen in quite some time. Charlie Hurt, God bless you. Thanks, sir.
Exactly. Great to see people.
See you. All right, American adversaries getting closer and closer as Russian warships remain stationed just miles off the Florida coast. Plus, with millions of people illegally crossing our border, should we be surprised that 8 suspected terrorists snuck across? Of course not. We'll talk to an expert who knows Biden's policies. All right, Mag, this is covered.
Artificial intelligence is transforming agriculture, advancing life-saving healthcare, and strengthening small businesses. This game-changing technology is supporting every sector of America's economy. Today, America leads the world in AI because our companies are investing billions in this new technology. But China wants to leap ahead of America and become the global leader in technology. Our leaders in Congress need to stand up for innovation and protect America's competitive edge.
It's so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Tell the people I haven't done it already. My man, it started off as a chip and grew through a crack, and it just keeps going. So what do we do now? I went ahead and scheduled an appointment online at SafeLight.com. Told them to meet us here at the beach.
Let's get started.
Oh, SafeLight repair.
SafeLight replace.
Yeah, schedule free mobile service on SafeLight.com.
The fastest growing pet opener in the world. It's safe for people, pets, and the planet. Powerful enough to eliminate escape from any organic odor. That it's safe enough to use on pet toys, their pets, even on them. So why waste money on any product that doesn't totally eliminate mistake? There's only one. Available online and at these stores. If it's not proof, it stinks.
Fruit and vegetable ingredients have never been more convenient. It's easy for me to recommend Balance of Nature. It's so simple. It's amazing getting the fruits and vegetables ingredients in free red and free green capsules.
2,
Take Balance of Nature.
3.
It's a good product. It's convenient. It's a way to start off with a plus. I can do little capsules in the morning, more off the work,
I would recommend Balance of Nature. It's so easy to do every day. I really am happy that I came across it. I feel great, and who doesn't want to feel great?
Oh, I can't believe you fucking missed.
35% off promotion is extended. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800.
Man, what a pain in the ass.
751. Don't wait. This offer is only available while supplies last, with free shipping and our money back guarantee. Use discount code Fox News.
There's a crazy answer on Round 25. Yeah, they still love that new box. Like, got that. Hey, open. Got that. Cool. Fire truck. What just happened? They say analog X is the perfect pan. Italian stainless steel protects the non-stick surface. Analog X is the only pan that keeps oil in the center. And it's sear type surface. Analog X sears like cast iron. Ultra thick base stores heat like cast iron for great even sear. There's harmony in these carefully constructed pieces. Analog X, the most advanced, safe, non-stick cookware.
When you can't watch, listen. For the latest news, business and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
Just miles from Florida, Russian warships are still stationed off the coast of Cuba after completing a military exercise. So how concerned should we be about Russia working with U.S. adversaries so close to us? Executive Director at the Center for a Secure Free Society, Joseph Niemeyer, joins us now. Joseph, always great to have you on. So what does this mean? I mean, I remember that just a couple weeks ago, we allowed Ukraine to launch weapons U.S. weapons into Russian territory. Putin said he was going to respond. Now we see these warships coming in to the Western Hemisphere, 90 miles off the coast of the U.S. Is this related? Is this the response that he's talking about?
Well, certainly I think Vladimir Putin's sending a strong message, and the message is that they can basically penetrate our neighborhood, the Western Hemisphere, in ways that I think years ago would seem impossible. Now, the White House is saying that this is normal, that they've done this before, which is partly true. They have sent naval vessels to the Caribbean before. They sent them to Cuba before in 2019. However, they never sent it in a nuclear submarine. That's a first. And here's the problem with the message of the White House. The White House message of nothing to see here, everything's normal, actually normalizes this activity. So by normalizing this activity, you're basically saying, well, you can come back next month or the month after. And what Russia exactly wants to do, along with Iran and China, is normalize the deployment of naval exercises in the Caribbean. Russia, China, and Iran have already held 6 joint naval exercises in the Gulf of Oman and the Indian Ocean since 2018. The idea is to bring that show into the Caribbean, and that's not a good thing, and that should not be normal.
Why don't you explain what the consequences of that would be, and also how the Latin American countries feel about this? I believe that warship is now going from Cuba to Venezuela, where we know the Iranians are also operating. So there's a joint operation there as well with China and Venezuela and Iran there as well.
Yeah, so in many ways, what that normalization could do, it's sending a message to Latin America that your preferred partner of choice for maritime security is Russia, China, and Iran. That the United States is out of the game, the United States is weak, the United States doesn't have the ability to control its own waters, much less international waters. And so that's the message that Russia is trying to send with these warships. In fact, in Cuba, they're actually bringing Cubans on board to visit the warship. It's like almost like a show and tell. But the real purpose, I think, is really to go to Venezuela. And not many people are talking about that because that's the next destination. The White House talks about how they're not going to have any nuclear transfers or any hypersonic missiles. They're not giving any armament to Cuba. Well, what about Venezuela? Because while they're saying that publicly, very quietly, the State Department deployed the Undersecretary of State for Arms Control to Guyana. Why are you sending a person for arms control to Guyana? That's because you're worried about nuclear proliferation. And that's what I think what we're doing. We're basically setting the stage for a redux of the Cuban Missile Crisis from 1962. But this time it'll probably be with more countries, not just Cuba. It could be with Venezuela, it could be with Nicaragua. And that's just a disaster for United States national security.
Yeah, so much further than the road doctrine. It seems dead. Can't control our own hemisphere. I want to move to this. I wish we could have had more time. By the way,
Shield for you.
We had a podcast, you and I, on this entire thing so people can get more information about that and go deeper and dive deeper into the consequences in the Western Hemisphere. But I want to get to this.
Shield for you.
ISIS members who were caught in U.S. territory, they were arrested, and this is unbelievable. In addition to that, we know that the Venezuelan gang, there's a brutal sex trafficking operation going on inside of our borders that's affecting kids and women. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I think you did an interview with an ME outlet, and we talked about the penetration of the U.S. southern border, everything from gangs to traffickers to human traffickers, to just the litany of
Spoke too soon.
And it goes well beyond the border. The focus of that article is actually to talk about how they are in very different states. These ISIS folks that the FBI tracked, they're as far ahead as in Maine, the northern part of the country. So if you look at the map, and you look at where ISIS is, where the triads are, where Hezbollah is, where the Trinidad from Venezuela is, and not to say the Mexican cartels, which have one of the largest presence in the United States, they pretty much capture 2/3 of the United States in terms of how they're penetrating our territory. And to kind of dovetail of what we were just talking about a second ago, what it really shows is a lack of deterrence on behalf of the United States. Everything from our southern border, physical border, land border, to our maritime borders in the Caribbean are completely being penetrated, and the United States government, the Biden administration, is.
It just makes no sense. If you love your country, why would you allow any of this to happen? By the way, I asked you on my podcast if the main concerns you could rank, China, Iran, Russia, rank them in which is the greatest threat to America here in the Western Hemisphere. You said you can't rank them anymore because they're working together. If you want more information on what Joseph Humar, who's really one of the most expert voices and on this topic, make sure you check out the podcast. We had a really deep dive on all of these dangers affecting us right here in our neighborhood, in the Caribbean, in our own country, and all over Latin America. So Joseph, thank you for joining us. Always informative. Wish we had better news, but it's always good.
Excellent.
Thanks, Rachel. Always a pleasure.
Of course. Pete?
I'm going to watch that podcast, for sure. We have a military command down there, Southcom, that's supposed to be paying attention, and it's totally not. It's worried about
Excellent.
Isn't what they said. They're watching. They're watching.
Watch them all the time. Thanks for taking on this topic. Great. All right, turning now to your headlines. A Good Samaritan's 911 call saves the day when a scammer tried tricking an elderly woman into depositing cash into a Bitcoin ATM in Texas. The scammer pretended to be from Chase Bank Security, telling the woman to send $40,000. Ready to deposit the cash, the police stepped in.
Okay, let me talk to who you're talking to on the bank.
I'm in danger.
Okay, no, you're not. Stop putting money in there. Yeah, who is this? There's no you're not. Not even a sergeant steward up at the White Settlement Police Department. You're not going to speak to the customer. You're not speaking to the customer anymore.
They're tipped off. Thankfully, she's going to get all of her money back. She's not going to speak with And President Donald Trump revealing 2 red state Democrat senators he wants to oust in November. Source telling Fox News Digital the former president is targeting Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown and Montana Senator John Tester. Man, he reportedly told GOP lawmakers in a closed-door meeting Thursday, quote, "They opposed everything I did while I was president. Now they talk like they are Republicans." And those are all your headlines. All right, well, Rick Reichmuth is one of the millions of Americans going road tripping this summer. He's got the top travel gifts, perfect for dad this Father's Day.
Have you always actually wanted to see me? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy. I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Keeping weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
Excellent.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with heart disease and with obesity or overweight. Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you're allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight,
I'm keeping it off.
and I'm lowering my CV risk. That's the power of free. Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
We are people living with aching. And over
Okay.
40,000 of us have left blood thinners behind. For life. We've cut our stroke risk and said goodbye to our bleeding worry with the Watchman implant. We may be getting older, but we've never squeezed more out of life. and we are just getting started. Join us at Watchmen.com. Watchmen, it's one time for a lifetime.
Terrorists crossing our border? After migrants with suspected ties to ISIS are arrested, what's being done to protect American citizens? Neil explores the threat on Kabuto Live.
This is a very special place, very special origins. Like the Baltic summertime. Here,
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
Clubs, leagues, and courts in every province of territory across Canada. Squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
Strategic resource located. Defenders following new report.
A survey revealing 75% of Americans are planning to take a road trip this summer. Let's be honest. Look, a lot of the time it's Pete, me, Will, Sean doing the driving.
That's right. And we sent Fox News chief meteorologist Rick Reckman out to Six Flags Savannah Sunset Resort and Spa with lifestyle expert Carrie Riley to get a look at the gifts for Father's Day.
Good morning, guys. I mean, if you're going to do a road trip, you can do it right. Carrie Riley's going to tell us all about it. I think you're going to start right here with this one.
First up, this is the GMC Acadia 2024. I love this vehicle. It's an awesome SUV to take on a road trip.
It's roomy.
And it's roomy, it's got legroom, it's got hands-free technology. Get into one of those, you're gonna love it.
And it fits this
And
inside.
it fits us inside. This is portable. This is the Ninja Woodfire Grill. Everybody knows them. They're great. It's electric. But now they're in the cooler business. This is amazing. This is the Ninja Frost Vault Cooler. You can put 80 cans of soda in here, but more importantly, there's a dry zone drawer underneath. How nobody thought of that? I have no idea.
Send all the wet cold nuts.
Exactly, and it keeps it 40 degrees below, refrigerator cool. It's awesome. $249.99. If you use the code cooler at ninjakitchen.com, they're gonna give you 10% off. This comes in all different colors. I love it. Okay, let's make a road trip relief kit for Dad. Okay, this is fun. When he's taking his travel, he's not normally going to do this himself. So you're going to put a blanket in here, you're going to put gloves, you're going to put all the things he needs, gum and all that good stuff. And then we're going to put in some meds because we don't stop along the way. So we've got Zyrtec for seasonal allergies, which is going to last 24 hours. Put it in our bucket. Keep going. Pexid for quick heartburn relief. That's up here somewhere too. Right here. I know this is your favorite thing you just told me about. And also you've got Tylenol, you've got adults, you've got children, and then we have Lysol. Hello, the disinfecting wipes to kill 99.9% of virus and germs. You're gonna need this for the drafts.
We know all about
Take
that.
this with the drafts. Take this with the drafts. This is the Coop Eden Cool Adjustable Pillow. Okay, this is a bestseller. I love this. I'm going to let you feel it here. It's a supportive alternative to down. It's got a soft cooling gel. Yeah, you open that up, and actually they give you the fill when you get the pillow, and you can put in as well. You have to do the other zipper there, but you're going to put in as little and as much as you want, so you can adjust what kind of firmness you want your pillow to be. They're giving a code Box15 for 15% off. You go to CoopSleepGoods.com, $96, but we're going to get a discount on that. This is Anchorwood's Classic Beach Umbrella Kit right here. This is patented, made in the USA, and it is going to take 70 pounds of below ground level base weight. This can withstand with this 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. Plus 25 code for 25%.
Send it back to you.
Well done. We'll see you in a moment, everybody.
Do your road trip.
or not. Can Nariva support your brain health?
Hey, Janet, hey.
Betty, no. Fraser, Frank. Frank? Brad, how are you? Brad.
Fuel up to 7 brain health indicators, including your memory. Join the Nariva Brain Health Challenge.
Sure, I'm a paid actor, and this isn't a real company. But there's no way to fit how Upwork can help your business. There's talent all over the world, but for 10,000 skills you may not have an ass. More than 30% of the could use Upwork. Because this
See you guys next time, alright?
Introducing new Advil Targeted Relief. The only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. New Advil Targeted Relief.